Jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai, in Gurudev's English. And Madhavi is with us today. Madhavi, happy to see you. Happy to have you with us. You're okay? ¿Cómo estáis? Italian. ¿Cómo estás? Spanish. Okay, and I'm sure she's there getting connected. Anyway, happy to see her from Colombia, Madhavi Didi. And Dana has come to join us. Welcome, Dana. You were with us yesterday and here today also, happily. And Udaran Prabhu, a regular in everywhere. He's taking good opportunity with the internet to associate with the devotees. Well done, Udaran Prabhu. Similarly, Leela Moy Prabhu. And of course, Praneshwari Devi Dasi. She really is a hero in these times when we do rely on the net, and we need somebody who can be a good mother to all of the devotees. A mother is affectionate, impartial, capable. So we have the best mother. Very good.
Thank you for your blessings, Maharaj. It's the opposite, but thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, with a beautiful picture behind of the sunset in Navadip Dham, taken from the roof of our house, the Paschatya Sevak Bhavan, the Westerners Service Building. The roof of that house, of which we have been many times. That used to be the only place we could get internet in the early days. So when that's after so that's the next stage. The very early stage was where we went to the room, Brahmachari room beneath Guru Maharaj's place, and we'd have to disconnect the telephone wires and then connect the modem wires, and then we'd have to type in the code to connect to the internet, not by automatic process at all. And then when the mobile internet came, then we'd come up on the roof here to get the signal. And in the evening, now there in that picture, it's about the evening. In the evening, when the screen of the computer is bright and the night is dark, all the insects would cover the computer. You have to scrape them off the screen to be able to see what you were doing. I mean, and big, like moths, the big moths all coming on, and so it'd be shrouded in insects. A little glimpse from the roof, as we are seeing in the photo, a little glimpse of from the roof there, of our experience. And many nights we've lain back on the roof, and in the evening time, and in the evening for a certain length of time, you can see the satellites, because the sun is still hitting the satellites, even though it's completely black on the ground. And you could see satellite after satellite crossing the sky, slowly going across. Puts into proportion where we live, and many stars, when it's clear, of course, but many stars, satellite stars. And Sevarupa Devidasi, she's in Dubai, would you believe? She's, oh, it is Sevarupa from Mexico. I can just see the top of your head and the other parts covering the bottom. No, oh, Sevarupa from Mexico is with us. Dandavat, I thought I was seeing things. Dandavat Sevarupa Dedi in Mexico. To you.
Please accept my Dandavats Pranam, Srila Bhakti Sudan Maharaj, Madhusudan Maharaj, and all sweet devotees.
Hare Krishna, very happy to have you with us today. And also a steady attendee on, often on the Facebook, and here now too on the Zoom. So happy to have you with us, Sevarupa Devi. And Sevarupa of South Africa, but she's in Dubai.
Maharaj.
And Dandavats. And everything went smoothly for your flight and arriving in Dubai? Ah, not so smoothly with the internet in Dubai. Okay. Frozen.
Surprisingly.
Your internet froze in modern Dubai.
Just see. And I did manage to see some, I could say devotees, I don't know, because I'm wearing still my tilak and everything. And so they recognize it. And then they also, the one greeted me Hare Krishna yesterday. So that was very nice.
Okay, beautiful. The value of wearing tilak, no matter what you do, then everybody can identify. We are not only Vaishnava, but we are Gaudiya Vaishnava. So this tilak etiquette, it is good to do. And we had a businessman in Calcutta. Really, he was a businessman. But he wore not only tilak, he wore his dhoti kurta, everything. We'd go to him in Calcutta, and he was very, very just honest, just a sweet, honest man, doing business, but doing business for his family, for Krishna, and wearing tilak. And the ladies, by the way, the ladies easily can wear saris in the Western world. Saris are elegant. Not to be shy to wear a sari, though it's, by the way, it's not an instruction, it's just like an indication, something you can consider. We do know the ladies, when they come to Navadip, they're always complaining about 15 meters of cloth wrapped around them. So we understand there is some austerity involved. Varun is with us, and a mysterious Pritu Prabhu is with us. In Govardhan, on the wall behind them, they're sitting on the floor, on the downstairs floor of the guest house, and on the wall behind them, there is a frame ready for a sloka to be filled in. So, is that correct?
It is window, Maharaj.
I know what a window is, but to the left of that, as we are looking.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Show, please.
Yes.
Now go down. Go down. Oh my God, no, you're going right up to it. Come away from it.
Okay.
Ah, there. So that blue part in the middle was meant to be for a sloka. Where the bird is looking, this was meant to be for a shloka. And who painted that is coming here tomorrow, tomorrow, the 14th of March, Enakshi of Hawaii. She's an artist and she's coming here tomorrow. From Hawaii to Poland to here. Okay, dear devotees, we're chatting away here, but we must come together. It does take a few minutes often for everyone to come together first. So first of all, let us, as we've all come together online, maybe, but we've come together, let us give our obeisances. And then first our obeisances, then to Guru, this time around to Guru, and then to Mahaprabhu, then we'll begin. Because we haven't begun yet, in case you hadn't noticed. Okay, so to each other, Vancha kalpa tarubhyas cha, kripa sindubhya eva cha, patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And to Mahaprabhu, to Guru, Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And to Mahaprabhu, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvijay Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivas Adi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome to all, and welcome in the meantime too to Rupanuga Prabhu in Australia and Nahush in California, in America. So welcome to everyone, and we can start. Okay, I'll start. I've been chatting away. I can start. Let us start by asking to Pritu Prabhu, who is in Govardhan, and Gurudev giving stress, actually all Gurudev, Guru Mahashila Saraswati Thakur giving stress that we have 3 specific holy places for our inspiration, for the source of our fortune, and they encourage us to come to 3 places in particular for parikrama. That is Navadip Dham. Today is now running Navadip Dham parikrama. So Navadip Dham, Puri Dham means Purushottam Dham, Jagannath Puri, and Vrindavan Mathura Mandal. It's Vrindavan Dham. So these Vrindavan, Navadip, and Puri, or perhaps we could say, well, anyhow, we'll say Navadip first, because that is of prime importance, principal importance, that Guru Maharaj Gurudev giving. And in Navadip Dham Mahatmya, it describes that Navadip Dham in Kali Yuga increases in potency as a Dham, whereas all other Dhams, they decrease in potency in the age of Kali. So we can say Navadip, Vrindavan, and Puri, or Navadip, Puri, and Vrindavan. So in Govardhan, then we have Pritu Prabhu. Where did Pritu go? Oh, you jumped to the top of the screen. So Pritu Prabhu is there with Varun, and this is Varun's first time in Govardhan. And it's Pritu, he always lives in Govardhan. And he's mean with his heart. Yesterday, day before, he told, oh, I was talking with Uma when I came. And that was that same day in the morning. And Uma is the manager there. She looks at not only the manager, she's a very active devotee doing service in Govardhan and looking after the devotees when they come, giving the rooms, etc. But Pritu said, oh, Uma, I feel like I've come home. And then he said, no, not feels like, he said, I have come home. So this was Pritu's expression on his very first day back in Govardhan. So Pritu Prabhu, please give us a news report from home, one of the 3 rooms of our home in particular.
Works?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Dandavats Maharaj and all the devotees. It was so nice few days here. So many things are happening, and we almost done our Govardhan Parikrama. Yesterday we been to first biggest circle of Govardhan Parikrama, and actually it is that home feelings not disappear, like first impression didn't go. Although most of these places are too high for at least mine being here, and as Guru Maharaj said, we have to go on the head, not on our feet. But at the same time, amongst all these 3 mentioned holy dhams, the Govardhan now seems the most familiar, most affectionate, because of presence of very strong presence of Gurudev here. He like as affectionate mother, always protecting her children. His protection feels everywhere. On every step, I know I commit so many offenses, but I feel that he like say, okay. I'm taking away all my misdeeds, and whatever good is coming from heart, it become more and more stronger, and like I don't know, make it some. He finds out some valuable things and make it prominent, and what is unfavorable, he is washing away. So here I feel maybe for the first time I feel so much at home. I don't know, it's maybe my senses and like sensitive feelings. I don't know what's that, but the feeling which is, I'm just sharing what I feel. It is so nice. And also last night we done very nice evening program, and Varun did so nice kirtan there. We were chanting Vaishnava bhajans. So we together been there. And here's Mangal Maharaj. He came 2 nights before. So we did very nice program. And then we're chanting, we're reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yesterday we stopped at Govinda Kunda and discussed the glories of Madhavendra Puri. And when we came in the evening and for the class of Chaitanya Charitamrita, we were reading exactly. Somehow it was a coincidence or not. We were exactly from this chapter how Madhavendra Puri were taking care of Gopal and how he going to Puri to get sandalwood for him and stayed in Rimuna. So this whole story of Kshirachora Gopinath. So this is wonderful, and so many good signs, very favorable, and I don't know what to add more. So I'm in good company of Varun Prabhu. Like you thrice insisted that I will get his association, and like Srila Prabhupada, he says, why it is said Kalau Nastiva thrice, because for dummies of Kali age, they don't understand once they necessary to say at least thrice. So you insisted me, and I got very sweetheart association of Varun Prabhu. Thank you, Maharaj. So it is so nice, and as well as many devotees here. So even Janava Prana I haven't seen for a long time, and he left yesterday with his friends for Rishikesh for 5 days. Muktinath Prabhu, I'm staying with, and he's my roommate. He gave me shelter. And Uma Didi is so much affectionate, like never before. And everyone here is so sweet. Bengali is extremely sweet. And here is Ram Sundar with his daughter and his wife, Radhika Ansu.
Oh, Ram Sundar Prabhu. Like my Ram Sundar Prabhu is like my twin brother. We went through many things together. Prabhu, so happy to see you.
Me too, very happy. I was
Hare Krishna.
speaking here and remembering about you here, Maharaj.
Prabhu, we're always remembering you, and I'm very happy to see you looking. You're looking very Ram Sundar Prabhu.
Here is Radhika. Yes, Maharaj.
Here is who? What is your daughter's name?
Radhika.
Radhika, my goodness. Radhika, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Radhika. Govinda, Govinda. Anyway, Ram Sundar, I was just saying, as Gurudev would say, you look very healthy.
Yes, this is all material.
All right, beautiful. Very happy to see you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Maharaj.
I was Dandavat, Prabhu. Have a special day with the devotees there. You've got another twin brother, Preetu Prabhu, with you.
Yeah. I'm Maharaj also here. Seems less monkey than before, and garden here is like all these bushes now they're flourishing, especially around the Gurudeva's Samadhi. It's so beautiful, unbelievable. I can make pictures, but they're not exactly the same what is seeable to the eye.
But Varun,
So we reading from
Varun can run and show us the samadhi with the flowers.
Sure.
yes, we'll see now. Let's go.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Thank you
Hare.
so much, Varun. You're taking us there. Thank you so much.
Yes, I think Pritu's descriptions are much nicer than mine have been. So
And as you're walking over there, a little correction. Nahush is in Detroit. Excuse me, Nahush, wouldn't want to associate with you as a Californian. I don't know how territorial everybody is in America. You're a Detroitian, not a Californian. Just see. Anyway, planet Earth we are on. And I expect Praneshri's answered Chintamani somewhere along the way with the gift
Yes,
of
Maharaj,
picture.
yes. She will get it on WhatsApp.
Hare Krishna. And in the chat, Chintamani sending a Dandabat and Dana, sending her appreciation to. Yes, Dana, very welcome. Indeed, always. And now we can get a little view, a jumping view. Look how fresh and green. And this is coming by the way, by almost consistent care for the grounds.
yes, Maharaj. She even waters past midnight.
And this over the Samadhi, it's Bougainvillea, some name like this, and it's full of mean spikes. That's on purpose, so the monkeys don't come up there and play. They're not mean spikes. They are Krishna's spikes to keep for a purpose, so to keep a beautiful Samadhi. Yes, to protect the flowers. What's the plastic there? Okay.
It's just Shurvi. Shurvi the cat.
And that tree has grown more, which is very nice. Getting water, this tree is growing nicely. Hare Krishna. So on the parikramas, we are centered at Gupta Govardhan, which is the island where is Koladeep. Koladeep on that island is Govardhan Hill in a hidden way. Gupta means hidden. And here we are beside Govardhan, the Govardhan Hill of Mathura, Vrindavan, Mandal. You're doing a backwards parikrama.
Oh, yes. And then here's the Kund in the back. The mini. Yeah. I don't know the proper term. The small Kund.
Yeah, mini Kund sounds about this like the right Sanskrit word. But I'm not sure it has a name as such.
I think the from all the other kunds, some of the water was taken and put into this kund, but the monkeys have thrown some trash in it.
And the wind blows things in when there's a storm. Yes.
And I'll show you the new garden that's been Pranalala and Mangal Maharaj is right near. This is Madhusudan Maharaj's class.
Mangal Maharaj Dandavat, and really thinking of you with much care and much concern and affection, Mangal Maharaj.
Dandavat, now I came to Govardhan temple and I left everything. There is so much disturb, unbelievable.
Maharaj,
this I left everybody, good or bad, everybody.
The world has a crazy wave going around. So it's Krishna's grace, so we can focus on the substance of what Guru Maharaj and Gurudev have given. We must see the positive way.
Yes.
And Maharaj, everybody remembers you who's ever met you and always chanting your glories. Here also, we're always telling stories and they're remembering and saying about Mangal Maharaj, and you're cooking for the feast, you're serving Gurudev. You are an inspiration to the world, Prabhu. Maharaj, excuse me.
Dandavat
And
Maharaj.
also, Maharaj, we've been talking with Keshavananda Prabhu about Mangal Maharaj. And really, I said, I can only envision Mangal Maharaj always at the lotus feet of Srila Govinda Maharaj. I have no other picture of him. And
Dandavat
Maharaj,
Prabhu.
Dandavats Maharaj, so happy to see you.
You are coming?
Oh, Maharaj, coming. At some point, I'm definitely coming, but by your blessings and the blessings of all the devotees.
Good, very good. Dandavat.
Maharaj, we are all there now with you.
Yes, Maharaj.
We have come today to you and seeing you live. It is like a mystic siddhi that we were able to do this. So Prabhu Maharaj, please give a gracious glance to all the devotees here. The principle is back to basics, the basics of devotional service. And so Maharaj, you're an example for us all. And please give your gracious glance to the devotees.
Oh, Maharaj. My respect, all the devotees.
Dandavad. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj.
Maharaj, it's been with the parikrama yesterday was amazing. The stories and the leelas he was sharing as we were going. And
so now, just so everybody knows, we're behind the temple now, and we're about to go down a little slope, and then this at the back is a garden. And they tried before to grow things, and now it looks like successfully growing some hedge, and here's some pathway. And there we see the cage. Oops, so on the left here, there we see a cage, as it were, that Uma has built. And this cage is so that she can grow inside, let's see what's there, but vegetables and flowers without the monkeys destroying them and eating them indeed.
Try to open the gate, or can
sort of. So what is growing in there? Can you say?
No, I'm trying to open. Oh, there we go.
Okay, anyhow, we see that something is growing. And that Tulasi on the right? This is Tulasi? No, I cannot see. Anyhow.
I don't think, yeah.
Anyhow, it's green. And this is a good sign.
Oh. It looks like they're stuck.
What's stuck?
These birds.
Oh, the birds. Oh, the birds are stuck. Oh, yes. Bird got in somehow and can't get out.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, Varun. So we've got a beautiful touch of Govardhan. Can you just show the temple? Just move the camera so we can see the temple. I know it's the back of the temple.
Yes, I can also go inside to see Giri Raj if you'd like.
All right, but please just show the temple there, the dome, all the way to the top. Okay. Jai Shri Giriraj, Anu, Anugiri Raj Mandir Ki Jai. Unique temple. None of us could guess that such a temple will manifest there, and has come by the grace of Gurudev. And you can see this, everybody on Parikrama can see this, everybody who arrives in Govardhan can see our temple. And Gurudev is very happy. And we have this as our base. It's one block away from the Parikram path. So quieter place. Though nowhere is quiet in Govardhan when it's a festival. No doubt. All right.
Shall I try to see if Giriraj is
okay?
available?
And as you're walking in, we'll just ask to Praneshwari if there's anything on the pending table today, or any question that came to you.
No, Maharaj, there are no questions and there are no pending things, but maybe for next time we can talk about an idea that Paramananda Prabhu mentioned, that it was talking about the miracles of Srila Gurudev, because there are so many.
Well, there we are. There's a thought. Okay, so let us put this on the proposals for the following week. Govinda, Govinda. And just
actually,
yes.
we are looking at the miracles of Gurudev right now. Every icon in this gathering is one of Gurudev's miracles.
And look at this one picture. It is so wonderful. It's 9 a.m. in Govardhan, and somehow the sun is behind, and then the temple is like glowing. Yes, Paramananda, please continue. I just wanted to show how wonderful that image is, unique. Paramananda, please excuse.
Oh, Maharaj, I wasn't saying much actually, but it seems that since today morning, like Prithu Prabhu was saying, there is no coincidence in anything. Everything is designed and destined, and whatever is in the ether, devotional ether, it resonates around the world. So this morning we also talk extensively about Govardhan, about our fortune, and Srila Gurudev was quoting Pranam of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami to Guru Pranam, and saying this is actually a super prayer, a super Guru Pranam, and everything is included in there. Namam Shinshtamati Manumati Sachiputra Atra Swarupam Rupam Sagrajatam Urupurim Madhurim Kashtavadi. So that Pranam. And when he is saying that by the grace of the Guru, I got everything, starting from mantram, starting from the Vaishnavas, the Parshads I've been giving to under the care. Raghunath Das Goswami is pointing that out. Swarup Damadar, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Gokul, Vrindavan, Mathura, Govardhan, Radhakund, all that came to me, that service came to us. And really, Gurudev is saying that there's some mantras and general mantras that are also wonderful. And they're describing how important a Guru, Vaishnava in our life. But here, Raghunath Das Goswami points out what he got, what all of us got from connection with the Guru. And then we were talking about how important it is to take what is extended to us. There is no doubt it is extended. Mahaprabhu is giving, our Guru Varga is giving, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev are giving. So important to take it and implement it in our life. Live by those principles, accept the gifts they're giving, use them, utilize them. We talk about it all the time, utilizing our fortune. And utilizing this will start with realizing what is that fortune, what are they giving, what is the role in our life. So here, again, we're at Govardhan, and really the perfect place to be, envisioned by Saraswati Thakur for us, conformed by Srila Guru Maharaj as our place, and manifested by the grace of Srila Govinda Maharaj as actual place for us to take shelter of. And we all know that this is our place of service, And really, only through service we can realize the full potential of that fortune we received. And even though it seems to be very empty, but really, if we have eyes to see, then we can see what is going there really. This is why Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, my Guru gave me entrance to Mathura Vrindavan, the true entrance, not just the superficial vision of that, but true entrance into the service world. That is our Guru line. They are giving us that entrance. They are giving us example, and we are to serve under their guidance at the foothills of Govardhan. And this is why it's so important that Srila Gurudev put that prayer of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, the desperate, hopeful, and urgent prayer of Raghunath Das about to Govardhan, about giving a shelter at his lotus feet at the foothills. He's saying, please give it to me now. I need it now. I have such urgency to receive it. And I want to be there sheltered by those, again, given to me by my Guru, by Mahaprabhu, taking shelter of Rup, Sanatan, other Vaishnavas. I will serve there. I will attempt serving there. And I mean, he is not attempting, we're attempting. He starts serving, he is giving a perfect example. So very beautiful to see Srila Gurudev's, now in Gurudev's room, I believe. Maybe Varun can turn the, I don't know what you're using, what kind of device, but you can make the picture wider. Now it's more vertical, but if you can make it horizontal, then we can see a bigger perspective of that. Yes, adjusting our angle of vision.
This is
adjusted.
Gurudev.
Yeah, Gurudev.
So this is Gurudev's veranda, and this is where the devotees will all come to be with Gurudev in the morning, the day, the evening. Poor Gurudev. He gave himself to the devotees. This is his veranda, and he would sit here, and he is surrounded. These are original pictures that were there when Gurudev was there also. And I think you'll find 2 pictures from St. Petersburg deities right there. That's the Navadip guest house. Yeah, there's St. Petersburg deities, and there I think, which is, this is St. Petersburg, I think, correct? Where's Pritu?
Navadvip on top, Maharaj, I think.
Is it? Yeah, maybe, yes.
And then
that looks like some Radha Madhava.
It's a little dark to see. Anyhow, Gurudev certainly had the pictures of the St. Petersburg deities. And the St. Petersburg deities are relations, I don't know what you want to say, to the Vrindavan deities, which are super beautiful, and the St. Petersburg deities also super beautiful. Well, devotees have put up those pictures of Gurudev on his veranda. Gurudev wouldn't have had his own picture. Oh, my picture. But naturally, of course, devotees putting that. There we are, that's that area. There we are.
And really, it's still functioning as Gurudev Darshan room. And every time we come to Govardhan with the pilgrims group, devotees like to gather there and hear the pastimes of Srila Govinda Maharaj. And every time I feel like if we're present, like in direct presence of Srila Govinda Maharaj. Very sweet, family-like, very affectionate and loving gatherings. And they're just drawn to that room. And Maharaj knows very well.
Yes, wonderful. A wonderful touch.
Also really nice. So we can come in here and read and chant and meditate if we'd like.
Yeah, in general, if you hold the camera sideways, it's better.
Okay.
Yes, much better.
Okay.
Jai. All right. So Varun, thank you for showing us around. And let us continue. And while we are in little Govardhan thought too, Pritu's not there, so I won't embarrass him. He's not beside the camera. But really, it kind of just very much came to me when Preetu was first there and telling me about how he is at home and not feeling at home. And I also was thinking that every time I've seen Preetu Prabhu, basically in Govardhan, basically he's very busy and exhausted looking after all the devotees. His nature is to look after the devotees and to take care of all these things. And so he's always engaged and for the welfare of the devotees. And that means like we have 2 coaches full very often. That's like 70 devotees, Russian speaking, and everybody has their needs and everyone needs to be accommodated, etc., etc. And Preetu Prabhu is taking care of them all in so many respects. And I was thinking that the Dham is reciprocating with Preetu Prabhu, and for all the service that he's done and doing in the Dham, but this kind of service where he doesn't get a moment to himself, now he's got some moments to himself, and the Dham is graciously showering him with the nectar which is there. Jai, and Preetu Prabhu manifest as we talked about him. Just see, when we talk about the devotees, they appear. That's why we put down extra mats in the temple room. If there's only 4 of us, okay, only 4, but we'll put down some extra mats so others may sit invisibly. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Preetu Prabhu. All right. Any question from any quarter? Question or comment? Nahush is in Detroit. I feel
I have a question.
Oh, Chintamani, I know that voice. What is your question, Chintamani Devirasi?
Dhanyavad, Jai Shri Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna.
So I was researching very furiously as my seva these days. I don't know how bona fide I am or my seva, but anyway, I'm inspired to share with devotees who have affection for Srila Prabhupada as I have come through ISKCON. And I was researching about what books Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada brought on the Jaladuta. And I thought I remember you saying one time that he carried a Prapana Jivanamritam, his personal copy, on the Jaladuta over to America. Am I correct, or am I hallucinating?
Well, you may have heard somebody else say that. I do not know if he, I've not heard, I don't think, and I do not know that he carried the Jaladuta, the Prapana Jivanamritam on the Jaladuta. I can't say what I don't know. There's a question for maybe Goswami Maharaj. He knows lots of facts. Goswami Maharaj had the original manuscripts of lots of things in the BBT in the early days. He was working with the books then, and the letters and manuscripts and diary. I think he even had the original diary. I mean, he means he was there in the BBT, the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. And so he may know, but no, not from me, Chintamani, you've not heard that. But it's not.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate the clarification. I've been trying to figure out where did I hear this somewhere and who, and I only listened to a couple people, and you're one of them. And I love your Hari Kathas and the Zoom Sangha here, and I feel so nourished and loved by all the devotees here. And I look forward to this, and it's on my calendar every week. And thank you, Pranashri Didi, for hosting every week and showing up later than when I would be comfortable staying awake, like 10 p.m. No way, I'm out of here. But like, you're here with Tilak, and sorry, I've got no excuses, but here I am, not even functional in that world. So thank you, Vaishnavas, my Dandavats to you all. Hare Krishna, nice to see you, Varun, brother. I'm at Ollie's house. you know, where you last saw you here in Ojai. So it's nice to see you're in a better place than where we are.
He's also, he's your man. You've got your own inside man in Govardhan. You just see. So through Chintamani that Varun has come. Jayadev Prabhu and Chintamani gave him the introduction to Guru Maharaj and Gurudev's family. So very wonderful. You see, we cannot tell, we can speak to somebody for a short while, we can speak to someone for a long while. But who will take seriously the message of Mahaprabhu and recognize the message coming through Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, which is actually the message of Krishna consciousness, because it is all coming through Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Guru Maharaj. And that is coming to the world through all of the devotees, and headed by Srila Prabhupada, empowered by Nityananda, headed by Srila Gurudev, Guru Maharaj's prepared successor since like 2 weeks after he joined the temple in 1947. So this is, it's a fortunate thing. And as Guru Maharaj says, just to come to Krishna consciousness, to come and appreciate Krishna, the name, to come and appreciate Mahaprabhu, and then to come and appreciate Nityananda, to come and appreciate the Vaishnavas, then the specific Vaishnavas. All of this is fine, finer, finest, etc. So we are very happy to be in the association of those who, by good fortune, and fortune means spiritual fortune, good fortune, they have this background that they're able to feel happily in this environment of the shelter of Guru Maharaj, Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. So Varun, well done, and an example of Jayadev and Chintamani Devidasi presenting cleanly, honestly, who are our guardians, and Varun recognizing that. Oh, look, now we've got Muktinath Prabhu with us also in Govardhan. Our Zaporozhia man, the Ukrainian man.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat. And Prabhu, you sent me a message, Muktinath, you sent me a message saying a couple of pictures from the last days, but I got the message and I can only see the pictures in my imagination because no pictures came. So try again later.
Yes.
It's the broken internet of Govardhan. I know, don't worry. But just letting you know, the pictures didn't arrive. But thank you for the thought.
Yes, I will try later.
Hare Krishna. Anything from anybody. You all know it's the beginning of Govardhan. Oh no, well, Gupta Govardhan. The beginning of Navadip Dham Parikrama. And today in our temple, it's the first day of Navadip Dham Parikrama. And in Navadip, the parikramas became so big and so many, organized by different temples, that each year the heads of the temples or the managers of the parikramas, they have to come together at the police station for a good reason. That is to coordinate that all the thousands of people, the thousands of pilgrims on parikrama, that there's some coordination so that everybody doesn't try to go to, for instance, the yoga pit, the appearance place, yoga pit. It doesn't mean pit as in a hole, but yoga pit means it's the appearance place of Mahaprabhu. So obviously everybody at some point wants to go to give their obeisances and respect and service at the yoga pit. But there must be some coordination. And the last back to basics, then Radha Sundari Devirasi, she was there and she said, oh, today is the last day of Govardhan of Navadip Dham Parikrama. And this was a reminder to me of how staggered the parikramas are in Navadip. And our parikrama, by the Lord's grace, was able to follow the traditional parikrama as Guru Maharaj had done for many years. Actually, as Guru Maharaj had done through Gurudev. Gurudev is the one who started the parikramas in our temple. And he happily tells about how he started and this, that, and the other, and how they were very small in the beginning, but they got the support of the other senior Vaishnavas. And they came to help Guru Maharaj's program of parikrama, and even came to help with the collection in preparation for it, because you need rice, dal, sabji, and you need money. And so it was certainly Jajava Maharaj and Madhusudan Maharaj. Is that correct? I think it was Jajava Maharaj and Madhusudan Maharaj. They specifically came and collected for Guru Maharaj and preached for Guru Maharaj. And they came and helped this parikrama of Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And then presently, then as everything got bigger, they did their own parikramas from the different temples. But this is still until today, it is our good fortune that we're able to do the parikramas of Navadip, as traditionally has been done, the general route, since 1948, perhaps, which is when Gurudev began the parikramas, probably the first year. He joined in 47, and then in 48. Yes, in 1948, then he began the parikramas and it's been running ever since. Hare Krishna.
We have a beautiful question in the chat. Super beautiful question.
Acha, and we have a beautiful cow on the screen. Davali in Tomsk. Just see. Davali has come. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Ekadashi and all the Bhakta Vrinda. Oh, Jai Saparika Shishi Guru Goranga Gandhavika Madana Gopal Ju Ki Jai and Jai Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ki Jai. On their refurbished altar, I mean re-cleaned, serviced, beautiful. Oh, very nice. They've just spent a lot of energy, good energy, dedication in the temple room, the altar, in the service for the deities. Beautiful. Jai, little distance, Jai Srila Gurudev, I think.
Yes.
I have small on my screen, I need to make it big. Okay, now, oh, there's the snow. Now I can see, oh, look, the flowers. Orchid, and look at the blue sky. That's something there. The sky air is so clean because it's in the middle of the forest. Around there for like thousands of miles is forest. And there's a road that we went up for collecting some herbs. And then the devotee said, oh, if you continue up this road, there is the next place you come to is the North Pole, or the whatever it is. No more towns, just some outposts. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's see.
Dandavats, dear devotees. Today, minus 30.
So it is a warm day for you?
Very cold.
Very cold, okay. Even for you it's cold, all right.
Dandavats, Hare Krishna.
Dandavad. Oh, beautiful. With the big screen. Now I made the screen big. It's very sweet and clear. Jai. All right, we do have a question, but I haven't read it yet. From Nahush, yes. Nahush, dear Maharaj, can you speak about the relationship between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu? Jai Ekadashi. How is Nityananda known to be more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is the benefit of asking for shelter from Nityananda Prabhu? If you like. Oh yes, we like. Actually, we need to be primarily Nityananda conscious. And we are now in Navadip Dham Parikrama time, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the early part of Navadip Dham Mahatmya, he is saying that one may worship Mahaprabhu, but without the worship of Nityananda Prabhu, then his progress will not be real. So even we hear about how worshipping Radha and Krishna, okay, it's very wonderful, but without the worship of Mahaprabhu, we are not getting access there. It is, okay, it's wonderful, it's an ideal, but we haven't approached in the proper manner, that we have to come to get the grace of Mahaprabhu. But then, okay, we come for the grace of Mahaprabhu, then in this line of like logical thinking, but then we come to find out that to get the grace of Mahaprabhu, we must get the grace of Nityananda Prabhu. And then we think, oh, Nityananda Prabhu. Then how do we get the grace of Nityananda Prabhu? We get the grace of Nityananda Prabhu by calling out the name of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And this way, it's all interrelated. There's not anything which is like unrelated. They're all separate departments and separate things. And Nityananda is the original guru. And Nityananda, he is present in the guidance and in the guru. We can consider that the guru is Nityananda's manifestation here before us. He is merciful, he overlooks all our faults and only wants us to come back home, back to Krishna. So Nitai Gauranga, like Guru Gauranga. And Nityananda's mercy is without any scriptural kind of limitation, whereas Mahaprabhu, he does, even though he's the most merciful, he does have incidences, occurrences, where it's not befitting for him. When he's showing the exemplary behavior of a sannyasi, exemplary behavior of a brahmana, exemplary behavior of the stages of life that he went through, brahmachari, grihasta, and then he went straight from grihasta to sannyasi, but he was the perfect example of each of these stations of life. And this way, Nityananda as avadut means, that doesn't mean you can just do anything and everything and as you know, a license to anything and everything. It means avadut is one who is 100% Krishna-centered, God-centered, fully spiritual, but doesn't care for the etiquette of the material world, the social customs of the material world. So Nityananda, he's well known as the avadut, especially at that time. Even his name, just as we are calling, oh, Guru Maharaj, I mean, Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Gurudev is Govinda Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. So similarly, Nityananda, he was known as Avadut. Oh, Shripad Avadut. Oh, Avadut is coming. And then everybody knows who is Avadut is Nityananda. So Nityananda's grace is not limited by the social etiquette. And he brings everybody to Mahaprabhu. So he's bringing everyone to the most generous, the most gracious, etc. But he is bringing, and it's by his recommendation that especially those who are well outside the Varnashram Dharma, social orders and etiquettes and everything, which means all of us, dear devotees, you know, we're all coming from that background. And Nityananda Prabhu, he's coming to bring us to the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu cannot ignore that. Mahaprabhu then accepts these souls. So Nityananda, I mean, in a nutshell, Nityananda is recruiting for the service to Mahaprabhu and recruiting the Jiva souls, us, for the service of Mahaprabhu. So we need the mercy of Nityananda to come to Gauranga, Gauranga to come to Radha Krishna. But we will find that it is all within the same topmost category. It is not we are going to use Nityananda, we're going to use Guru, use Vaishnavas for our selfish gain. Rather, we come to find, oh, this is our family and we are coming to render service joyfully. Joyfully. And what is the central service is Hari Nam Sankirtan. So when we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, hear from Chaitanya Charitamrita about so many pastimes of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, the Panchatattva, and so many devotees chanting and dancing, etc., etc., and feasting are the wonderful aspects of devotional service. Then we can understand that it's not a selfish program on the part of the Jiva soul, that we're going to use anything along the way, like using the holy name for my purpose to get out of liberation, get out of the mundane world, my purpose, my purpose. No, we're coming to the family, and in the family, then automatically everything fits into place, and we are grateful to everybody. We are grateful to all, and there all are our well-wishers. And here, the environment is our well-wisher, and people may do many things with whatever motive they may have, but we must also see that here the environment is our well-wisher, because the environment is nature. Everything has come from Krishna, and Krishna looks after his devotees. So there's this change of how we see the world. We get little glimpses of such beautiful, pure consciousness within the residence of the pure world. We get glimpses like this. We've seen beautiful like society of devotees. Society means association of devotees, which makes us understand, oh, there's a whole planet. There are planets like this, not just a corner, some corners of planet Earth, but there are whole planets where everybody's clean, chanting, Krishna-centered, Gauranga-centered. And Nityananda is bringing us from the very ugliest things to the very brightest things. So, a mini introduction to who is Nitai and who is Chaitanya, the difference, but that can be shown in or explained in different ways too. Dear devotees, I have another program in a very few minutes at 5:15, which I gently will need to do something before going. So my clock has gone very fast. And anyhow, I've spoken too much, and I can leave you all together for you all to continue if you like. I'm making a note about miracles for next time, but in the meantime, I'm going to have to gently slip away for another duty. And weekends, a little bit tight for keeping everything in. Oh, I have something for next weekend, because these back to basics have been based on Californian time, or Pacific Central, I don't know what it's called, but California is beside the
Pacific Standard Time. Yeah.
Pacific Standard Time, PST it is called.
Yes. Yes.
So the Pacific is a big ocean on the left side, west side of America. Now, America, it's not America's fault, but America changes its time on a different date. But what I'm thinking is that we should try now, because these have evolved, we should try to keep these everything on one time, and let's make it Navadip time, is my thought. But that may make it Does that make it very late or very more late for America? Because next time, oh, I'm going to be a little bit late on this side. Let me quickly look and see. I've got some note here. Oh, 13th of March, today itself, I mean, 13th of March, tomorrow in America, okay. But 13th of March at 2 a.m., the clocks go forward 1 hour. Oh,
in Italy?
Goodness. No, not in Italy, in California.
Okay, okay. No worries, Maharaj. We
No,
keep
well,
on going.
there is one worry. Do we do it at this same time on next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
We keep 7 PST. We will keep 7 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, so next week, for the rest of us, because in Europe, the clocks don't go until the 27th of March. 2 weeks later, they change in Europe. So in other words, what is 7 p.m. PST will, so they go forward, so 7 o'clock becomes 8 o'clock.
We'll go back again for you, it will be an hour later.
So for everybody except who is in America,
it will be an hour later.
later.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, everybody got that? These clocks going backwards and forwards in different times, in different places in the world, some going back and some going forward. It seems very archaic to me. It's from the days before electricity, as far as I know, when they tried to keep the daytime in the daytime. But now electricity has been invented. Most of the world knows that, and the street lights, and nobody minds. Okay, I gotta go, dear devotees. Please excuse me. I'll swiftly go, leave you in good hands with Jai to Srila Guru Maharaj, Jai to Srila Gurudev, Jai to Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to all of the assembled devotees, to our Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga Ki Jai, and our present Sri Chaitanya Saraswata Acharya Brinda Ki Jai. Yeah. And my obeisances to all. Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha. And I
Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj Ki Jai.
And I didn't give proper attention to Facebook, so whoever's on Facebook with us live, please excuse me. This week I failed to properly keep an eye there. And my dandavat to all those who will also be with us and in the recorded version, which I know is much more convenient for many. Dandavat pranam. Hope to see most of you, maybe all of you, a little later today in the parikrama, Navadipdam parikrama.
Yes,
Hare
yes, and a special dandavats from Yuvati Didi. Special dandavats.
Okay, Yuvati Didi, special dandavats back. Jai, happily.